are alive just now.
Okay.
Hi, Nick. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for having me, Iñaki.
Okay, man. Can we do some Spanish for my audience, because we have a Latino audience, so probably we should get some Spanish for them. So
Entonces,
let's start over. Hola,
okay.
Nick.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien?
Mucho gusto. Muy bien, Nick. Muy bien. Todo bien. Todo bien.
Estoy
Let's
muy
ask.
emocionado de estar aquí. Muchas gracias.
Es un gusto tenerte en la casa de Criptovisión y tener a Ferrum Network como parte de las empresas que nos acompañan. Está, bueno, nuestra audiencia, si nos escuchan y nos están viendo bien, por favor, déjennos comentarios en la casilla. Así vamos viendo si todo está funcionando bien. Les cuento un poco. I will tell my audience something about you, Nick. Nick es el Chief Growth Officer de Ferrum Network, es básicamente el que se encarga del desarrollo, del crecimiento de Ferrum Network, un proyecto que ya tiene varios años en el mercado, desarrollado sobre la tecnología de Polkadot. Ahora Nick nos va a contar un poco más. Y básicamente Ferrum viene a resolver la interoperabilidad entre las distintas blockchains. Busca conectar todas las blockchains que nativamente no se comunican entre sí. Es un objetivo muy ambicioso el que tiene Ferrum. Como dije, es un proyecto que viene teniendo una muy buena trayectoria y ahora Nick nos va a contar cuál es el roadmap para el 2023 de Ferrum y qué más podemos saber sobre este proyecto. Vayan dejándonos las preguntas en los comentarios. Con Nick vamos a ir hablando en inglés. We are going to do this in English, so don't worry, Nick.
Pero entiendo la mayoría de este.
¿Entiende? Perfecto.
Sí.
Y bueno, vamos a tratar de este vivo ir haciéndolo en forma frecuente, periódica, para que todos puedan insertarse en conocer este proyecto, que la verdad nosotros le vemos muchísimo potencial. Es un proyecto que, como dije, busca conectar a las blockchains, cosa que permite acercar blockchains que no se comunican, Cardano con Polkadot, con Solana, con Bitcoin, no sé, ahí nos dirá Nick, hasta dónde llega la interoperabilidad de Ferrum y qué tienen en su roadmap. Así que let's start, Nick. Now we can do English and we can start with the talk. So, Nick, what can you tell us about Ferrum nowadays? What is Ferrum working in these days?
Yeah, so I would say that our main objective right now is twofold. We've got two main things that we're trying to tackle right now. One being multi-swap, which multi-swap is it's a multi-chain DEX aggregator. So in simpler terms, you can kind of think of it as like a multi-chain 1inch. You know how 1inch aggregates liquidity from different DEXs from different exchanges like Uniswap or PancakeSwap and gives you the best price from across these different DEXs. We do that, but across different networks. So it essentially allows you to swap any token for any token on any network to any network to any wallet. So right now, the process for moving assets to another network is really difficult. You've got to go to one DEX on the origin network, then swap it into an asset that you can bridge over. Then you have to go to a bridge. Then you have to go to another DEX on another network to swap it into the asset that you want. And so there's like 3 or 4 different applications that you have to use. What multi-swap does is it allows you to use one application. It's one experience. It's one interface. And it allows you to do everything that I just described on the back end. But on the front end, what the user is experiencing is something really similar to like a Uniswap type of experience. So that's one of the things that
Okay, let's stop there just for a moment so I can translate for the audience. Lo que está comentando Nick es que tienen hoy desarrollado lo que es un multiswap, es que es básicamente un Uniswap que permite conectar con distintas redes. Eso es un avance fenomenal. Todos todos tenemos distintas dificultades para poder cambiar un token de una red a otra. Esto de decir, yo tengo un token en la red de Ethereum y lo quiero pasar a la red de Polygon o a la red de Arbitrum o a la red de Solana o de Polkadot. Vieron que hay ecosistemas que tienen cada uno su propio stack de soluciones. Solana tiene lo suyo, Polkadot tiene lo suyo, Cardano tiene lo suyo. Lo que es EVM compatible, básicamente son todas compatibles, Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum, pero en sí, si uno quiere conectarlas en forma muy simple, es justamente lo que provee el multiswap de Ferrum. Si tienen preguntas sobre eso, vayan anotando y vamos respondiendo con Nick. ¿Sabes qué, Nick? Yo me adelanto. I will do one question because I know that people is wondering about that. So, can you connect Bitcoin with Ethereum or not yet? Or that is not possible?
At this point, it's not really high on our list because wrapped Bitcoin exists. So people can swap like wrapped Bitcoin on BSC or Polygon or Ethereum for any token. But because most assets exist on networks that are smart contract compatible, we're really starting with different layer ones. So like networks like Ethereum, Solana, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, things like that. But in time, I do think it would be valuable to incorporate the Bitcoin network and the original Bitcoin to something like this.
Okay, and related to that, do you think that projects like Caspa, Stacks, that are developing layer ones over Bitcoin, that will be more compatible? That would be a easier job for you, or is the same difficulty?
So actually, we're very close with the Casper team. We've received a pretty large grant from Casper to build out this product with their network. So yeah, there are plans to incorporate folks like Casper and other similar networks to the product. So yeah, we're focusing more on networks that enable dApps and networks that create that enable other tokens to exist on the network because there's just more volume and more happening on those networks.
Okay, nice. So that is the first feature that you are working nowadays. That is the multi-swap. What is the other one?
Yeah. So the next phase of Ferrum and something that we're working on in parallel with multi-swap is something that we're calling interoperability 2.0. So in our opinion, interoperability 1.0 is the ability to move assets across networks, which we're tackling with multi-swap. We're allowing a seamless way for people to move assets across networks. But true interoperability is being able to move information and data across networks. So a more simpler way to think about this is imagine like when you're ordering an Uber on your Android or your iOS, a driver can pick up the ride on the opposite. Like an Android driver can pick up a ride from an iPhone user. So these operating systems are able to communicate with each other. And these applications that we use on a daily basis are able to exist on multiple different operating systems. So what Ferrum is trying to do is to connect all of the different blockchains together so that applications can exist on that exist on Solana can exist on Ethereum, not just the assets, the actual applications that we use, farming protocols, lending and borrowing, staking, all of those things can exist on multiple networks. And so it's not just being able to move an asset across a network. It's about being able to build multi-chain smart contracts and multi-chain applications.
Okay, nice. I will translate some part of that. Lo que está contando Nick es que la otra función que ellos tienen es lo que es interoperabilidad 2.0, que contaba el ejemplo de Uber. Uno uno contrata un Uber y la aplicación la puede hacer con su Android o con su Apple, su iPhone, y es la misma aplicación, pero son distintos sistemas operativos. Lo que ellos buscan con la interoperabilidad es básicamente que puedas no solamente mover tokens de una red a otra, sino que la misma aplicación corra sobre lo que sería como el sistema operativo de Ferrum. Es como que Ferrum es una capa superior y permite conectar no solamente los tokens, sino también las apps. I get it right, right, Nick?
Yeah.
The idea is to put like the operating system is yours, it's the Ferrum, and you can run all the apps from the different blockchains.
Exactly.
That is the idea.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, there is a question here in the audience that says, how you do handle the fees between every blockchain? I mean, which blockchain charge the fees in every trade that you make in the multi-swap or in the? How do you do that?
Yeah,
How do you deal
that's a
with
good
that?
question. So with multi-swap, usually the fee is going to be charged in the network's native token. So like, let's say you're swapping from Polygon to Binance Smart Chain. You have the choice to either pay the fee in BNB or in Matic. If you're going from Ethereum to Polygon, you can pay the fee in either Ethereum or in Matic. So there's some freedom for the user to be able to choose, but it has to be with a token that's native to either the origin chain or the destination chain. So either the network that you start the transaction on or end the transaction on.
Yeah, get it. So that is it's nowadays it's like that. I mean, if you change a token that is on Ethereum, you have to pay the fee in Ethereum. You want to trade that over, I don't know, Arbitrum or Polygon or whatever blockchain, you have to pay the native blockchain the fee. That is, you cannot change that because it doesn't depend. It's not your responsibility. I mean, it's not Ferrum's responsibility. You are using this channel and this channel to connect all the blockchains. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, that is one of the questions. So the other is, how many blockchains can you put in communication? I mean, what is the list of the blockchains, or which ones that are the important ones are not already included?
Yeah, so we have a very, strategic approach with how we want to integrate different networks. We're usually tackling the largest ones or the ones that will support us, right? So one of my jobs at Ferrum is to go out and seek funding and grants from different networks that find our technology useful. And so we've received grants and have thus integrated the following, networks with these products: Polygon, a Star, Moonbeam, which are Polkadot networks. Harmony we did a while back. Casper is another one. Algorand we received a pretty substantial grant from to integrate their network. And yeah, there's more too, but I think we're at about a dozen: Phantom, Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, obviously. So we're tackling both EVM compatible networks and non-EVM compatible networks. So EVM compatible networks like Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Polygon, and then other non-EVMs like Algorand and Casper that use other wallets that aren't MetaMask, right? So it's, it goes across wallets too, not just networks within MetaMask.
Ok. Bueno, un poco lo que decía Nick, que básicamente tienen a todas las blockchains que están en el mercado, con la salvedad que decíamos de Bitcoin, ¿no? Pero en general tienen a casi todas, las que son bien compatibles, y de las que no son bien compatibles tienen las principales, y están buscando ir creciendo y básicamente poder cubrir todo el espectro de blockchains que están en el mercado y las nuevas que surjan. Because, Nick, there are a lot of layer 1 and layer 2 that are constantly growing in the market. How do how you do mark that is one interesting than the other that you said, no, this is shit. This is a shitty blockchain.
Yeah.
How can you evaluate that and say, okay, let's go with this?
Yeah. So typically we rely on our devs, on our developers, to figure out which blockchains are worth pursuing or not, right? If I come to our developers and I say, hey, this blockchain has a lot of hype behind it, maybe we should integrate it, and they look at the code and they look at the documentation and they say, no, this is going to be way too difficult, these guys are way too new, and they don't really know what they're doing, maybe, perhaps, then we'll say, okay, never mind. Like, and usually our devs are right. Usually those networks don't last very long. So we rely on our technical resources to help us navigate which networks are worth pursuing.
Ok, dice Nick que hacen habitualmente una auditoría previa de cada proyecto de blockchain que está dando vuelta para ver si vale la pena incorporarla dentro del stack de features de Ferrum, y que básicamente es un trabajo que el foco lo tiene el equipo de desarrollo. So, how many developers do you have? I mean, in the Ferrum community?
Yeah, so it's crazy. When I came on the team 2 years ago, we had a team of 4 people. Now we have over 35 full-time employees, and over half of them are devs. So yeah, I would say we've got close to 20 full-time developers right now.
And you did that during the bear market?
During the bear market, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, people sometimes don't appreciate that. I mean, they underestimate that effort, because you had to build during a bear market to be prepared for a bull market. That is, we are all expecting that for 2024 or 2025. So that is one of the strength that we see in Ferrum, that you are really committed to put the project in another level. You have developed a really nice path. So for that is why we trust in the project, and that is why we talk about you in our community. That is the idea. Traduzco un poco.
Yeah.
Un poco lo que nos decía Nick es que ellos empezaron con un equipo de desarrolladores de 4 hace 2 años más o menos, y ahora ya son 35. Y esto lo hicieron durante el bear market, que es una de las cosas que nosotros valoramos en proyectos que construyen capacidades cuando todo el mundo se está yendo justamente del mercado por un bear market. Por eso también, ahora en un ratito vamos a hablar un poco de precio, pero no para focalizarnos, sino para que vean también cómo en realidad la cuestión del precio muchas veces no refleja el valor de un proyecto. Y también, Nick, I am talking something about price, but we try always to do this difference between price and value.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you see that Bitcoin is 70% discount, you say that Bitcoin is a bad project? No, man, not necessarily. For example, people that drink Coca-Cola, and you said that the share of Coca-Cola goes down for 50%. You said that Coca-Cola is a bad project? No. You had to rely on the fundamentals of the project, on the value of the project. That is the idea that we always try to comment to our audience, and that is why we try to bring projects that we can rely on the fundamentals, especially, and of course the people. I mean, there is no project if you don't have a reliable people there, a reliable team, and that is what we see in Ferrum Network. So Nick, that is the main milestone that Ferrum is getting these days. I mean, the multi-swap and the interoperability. Mm-hmm. So we know that you want to get inside the Latino market. I mean, why do you want to be close to the Latino people?
Yeah, it's interesting. I've done quite a bit of traveling throughout South America and Central America, and what I've realized is that people are really using blockchain products down there, more so than I think they're using them in North America, right? which was really cool to see. You know, specifically, you know, when I was in Argentina, Argentina, siento.
Argentina, muy bien esa, nice pronunciation, Argentina.
Yeah, there was you know, a lot of people that were using crypto out of necessity because of, you know, the current situation with the inflation and things like that, which was really interesting to see. And it really made me understand that there's a need for crypto outside of just the investing side of things, right? Outside of just the speculative nature, but there are places that can really stand to benefit from these services that we're all building in this space right now from Web3. And so I think that was one of the catalysts for, you know, me to want to help steer the team towards opening ourselves up to this market, was just through my travels and just kind of seeing people really using crypto for what it was intended to be used for. And so, yeah, I just think it would be such a waste to not tap into the Latin American markets.
So Nick, related to that, if you are seeking for developers, I mean, let's speak some minutes for the developer audience. What are you looking for? What kind of the skills should a developer should have to be part of Ferrum?
Yeah, so it's really interesting because our mainnet is going to allow developers from different backgrounds to be able to utilize the Ferrum network and deploy applications across multiple networks. So you can build things on Ferrum if you're a Solidity dev, or if you're a Rust dev, or, you know, if you're a PyTeal dev, whatever language you code in, you'll be able to leverage the Ferrum network, which is something that other networks can't offer. And so when you talk about what sort of developers we're looking for, any Web3 developer is going to find use out of building on Ferrum. So that's one thing that really separates us.
Okay, let me address that thing on a banner so people can use that. Ok, Nick dice que si sos desarrollador básicamente de cualquier tecnología Web3, es muy fácil incorporar el stack o el framework de Ferrum para poder trabajar no solamente con un lenguaje en particular para una blockchain, sino que podés trabajar desde Ferrum con una batería de blockchains, porque en realidad you are developing technology for all the blockchains, basically. It's to put all them together. So it's like you are on a layer 0 of developing, or layer -1. I don't know. It's like
we
create.
We actually call it infinity layer. Is one of the terms we use.
Nice, infinity layer.
Yeah.
Nice term. So, and you think that, I mean, and you are getting that in Latin America? You are seeing maybe some countries that are more keen to provide developers?
Yeah, it's interesting because we're building a parachain on Polkadot. Even though this parachain is going to be connected to chains outside of Polkadot, we're leveraging Polkadot's consensus to help us realize this, you know, what we're trying to do here. And I've noticed that there's quite a lot of substrate. There's a big substrate in Polkadot community in Argentina, in Brazil, and in Colombia, Peru. So yeah, there are. I would say when I was in Buenos Aires, I noticed a pretty substantial developer community out there, especially within the Substrate and Polkadot community. So, and then I know, you know, Brazil has a lot as well, but I was surprised with Colombia too. I went for DevCon, and there was a lot of developers.
We didn't meet there because I was at DevCon.
I know we were there, but we didn't meet there.
Maybe we see each other, but we didn't know at that moment. You know, I will tell the audience some confidence. I mean, I know in person Nick from January, more or less. We met in Brazil, So we began chatting about technology, and well, then we become really friends. So for me, it's a pleasure to have him here in Crypto Vision and speak about the technology, because he's so passionate about the technology and about crypto. He has been in this industry for several years. He has a really strong opinion. So Nick, okay, so we already covered what are you doing now, what are you seeking in Latin America. Let's speak some minutes about price, because people want to know. I mean, where can I buy the token? What is the actual price? What is the projection? I mean, what could be the triggers for the price to go up? Let's speak some minutes about that.
Yeah, so you can find the token on KuCoin, Gate.io, PancakeSwap, Uniswap, Trader Joe, and Sushi Swap on Arbitrum, actually. Yeah, we don't at the foundation, we don't really like to discuss price too much. I will say, like, I feel like, Ferrum has a long way to go. Like, there's so much that we're building right now, and I don't think that that's reflected in the price. I don't think that what we're building is a reflection of the token price right now. So I think
let's stop there, because I want to do some parallel example. You are being built over Polkadot technology.
Mm-hmm.
And people cannot even discuss that the Polkadot is good or is bad. It's a really strong project, and it's really far away from the all-time high Polkadot. Also Solana, also a lot of projects. So we cannot measure a project only for the price, because if that would be the only topic, every project in crypto would be shady, because Bitcoin, that is the strong one, lost 80% during the bear market. So that is the idea. I mean, of course, we always try to provide our audience elements for them to take their own decision. I mean, I invest in this or invest in that. I mean, we know that some projects are maybe stronger than others, but we want to provide some education also, and to people have the ability to know what is the difference between a project that has really strong fundamentals and a project that is only, food or something, I don't know, or maybe a meme coin. I had a question previously of the meme coin. I want your opinion, but I mean, related to price, Ferrum, el token FRM llegó a casi $1 en 2021, que fue el bull market. Ahora está en 0.05 centavos. Entonces, entendemos que es un proyecto que puede crecer muchísimo. Obviamente no estamos diciendo saquen todo lo que tienen en Bitcoin e inviertan en Ferrum. Simplemente decimos inviertan en Bitcoin, pero también inviertan una parte en Ferrum, porque entendemos que es un proyecto que se puede ir acumulando y puede ir capitalizándose con con el roadmap que nos está contando Nick, y con las fortalezas que tiene el proyecto, desde comunidad de desarrolladores y comunidad de usuarios. El proyecto lo pueden encontrar, como recién les mostraba, en KuCoin, lo pueden buscar. Acá está, es FRM el ticker. Pueden buscar en CoinGecko, en el apartado de mercados, todos los lugares donde se puede comprar en forma descentralizada en PancakeSwap. Después tenemos Gate.io, tenemos, en algunos descentralizados más, también en Uniswap. Y como todo proyecto que todavía no está, because you are not in Binance yet. And
No.
that is a really strong milestone for a lot of projects.
Yeah.
Because when you get listed on Binance, Bybit, BNext, Coinbase, Kraken, your price explodes. That is real. So that is another catalyzer. I mean, that could be another trigger for the people to think about. Because if this project continues doing the roadmap as you are saying, and the project get recognized from the community, I mean, the price has to go up, because if you do the things right and the project is valuable, the price is going to go up. So that is why we are telling an audience that is a really, really great opportunity to put some money on Ferrum. Because it's like it's a project that we can rely on that. We are seeking maybe that you are a gem for the 2023, because
we hope so.
we hope that to get real, of course. We will try to strengthen all the. I mean, we'll try to strengthen the Ferrum brand all over Latin America, but not only the brand. I mean, the capabilities of developing, of connecting, or networking. And so, okay, so related to price, we already covered. Si las personas si ustedes que están del otro lado están interesados en invertir, como les mostré, pueden buscarlo en varios exchanges. También hay tutoriales en el Instagram de mío y en el de CryptoVision. Hay step-to-step tutorials to buy the token. We already developed them. But this is going to be the first live session with you. I mean, the idea is to have these lives all over during the whole year. The whole year. Nick, okay, what else would you think that would be interesting for our audience to know about Ferrum?
Yeah, there's some other things that we're working on right now. We're actually transitioning our governance that we originally had to a legitimate DAO. So we're actually going to have a DAO where people can submit proposals and vote on different upgrades and features that they want added to the network or our products that we've created. So that's super exciting, something to look forward to in the next couple of weeks that we're going to be rolling out here, is our DAO. So that's one thing that I'm excited for.
Okay, antes de traducir, acá one people for the audience said that he wanted to buy through Uniswap, and they said that there weren't enough liquidity. So that sometimes that happens. I mean, it's like
that should be on Ethereum. There should definitely be enough liquidity if you're buying it on the Ethereum network. Now there's more liquidity on Binance Smart Chain and on Arbitrum. Those are like the two main networks that we use. So PancakeSwap has a lot of liquidity, and so does SushiSwap on Arbitrum.
Bien, Tala Loft de Campo, bueno, un poco lo que decía Nick es que la liquidez está, pero presente más que nada en redes de Ethereum, de Binance Smart Chain y en Arbitrum. Y lo puedes encontrar más fácil en Pancake y en SushiSwap. Obviamente, podés comprarlo en exchanges, que por ahí el problema de liquidez no es tanto, porque es un macheo, es distinto, digamos, el trabajo con respecto a cómo trabaja un DEX su liquidez. Pero bueno, hay opciones. Así que te diría que pruebes también alguna de las otras opciones. Y bueno, y un poco la respuesta anterior, lo que decía Nick, es que están creciendo en la figura de una DAO. ¿Ok? What is the name of the DAO? Is it going to be Ferrum DAO?
Yeah. So it'll be Ferrum Governance or Ferrum DAO. The DAO will be the Ferrum DAO, but the process for creating like proposals and voting on it will be our governance system, right? But
okay. There's going to be another token, a proper governance token, or the Ferrum is going to be the token itself?
Yeah, so FRM will be the governance token, which adds another utility to the token. You know, when you're talking about reasons to hold the token or reasons to buy the token, a lot of times you want to focus on why should you hold the token, right? Like, what can you use it for? There's so many utilities for Ferrum. Like you can access pre-sale opportunities with the token. We incubate a lot of early stage projects, so you can access early stage investment opportunities just by holding the token. You can use the token to pay for fees on multi-swap. You can stake the token and earn rewards there. And then now you'll be able to use it for voting and creating proposals. And then when the network is live, it'll be used to pay for gas fees for transactions on the network. So there's a ton of utilities to Ferrum, and now we're adding one with the DAO.
Ok, lo que decía Nick es que por defecto el token ya tiene un montón, tiene muchas funcionalidades y que ahora le van a agregar la cualidad de que sea un token de gobernanza para que también sea cada vez más democrático la participación de la comunidad dentro del desarrollo y futuro de Ferrum. Algo que lo han visto en pantalla, lo tengo ahora en el banner, es que para las personas que se queden hasta el final del vivo, vamos a regalar 500 FRM a las personas que cumplan con las condiciones de estar en la comunidad de Telegram de Criptovisión y estar en la comunidad de Telegram de Ferrum, que el link para la comunidad de Ferrum de Telegram lo tienen en la descripción de este video, búsquenlo, se suman. La mayoría, las personas que están acá presentes ya están en nuestra comunidad de Telegram, pero bueno, si alguien de los presentes no está todavía en la comunidad de Telegram de Criptovisión, también vayan y búsquenlo, está en la descripción del video, también está en todas nuestras redes sociales, van a encontrar. Participen, tienen que estar en este vivo, yo voy viendo quiénes están y obviamente, por favor, saluden, estén presentes, más allá de no pregunten nada, vayan comentándonos qué les parece este vivo, qué les parece la tecnología, qué no entienden. Si no entienden, está perfecto y es lógico que no entiendan muchas de las personas porque estamos con un proyecto que está desde la parte de infraestructura, no estamos con una wallet o con un token particular, es un proyecto a nivel de infraestructura en el cual nosotros confiamos mucho y que nos interesa que vayan conociendo de a poco. Así que al finalizar, vamos a contabilizar las personas que hayan estado presentes y cumplan estas dos condiciones, estar en la comunidad de Telegram de Criptovisión, comunidad de Telegram de Ferrum, y vamos a sortear, cuando terminemos el vivo, 500 Ferrum para las personas que hayan cumplido esas condiciones. Okay, we are giving as a present, Nick, 500 FRM for the people
Cool.
to be holders of Ferrum. To start developing that conscience about hold good projects. I mean, you have to hold good projects.
Yeah, sweet. I love it.
Okay. So, I mean, we are it's already been 40 minutes. So, what are I mean, we already discussed the next steps. What are you nowadays? What is your approach to Latin America? Maybe in which event are you going to be participating in the next month? Do you already have some events scheduled in Latin America?
Yeah. So there was a couple in Brazil that I'm looking at to go to in, what month was it? Or I think in September or October. Let me see. They were permissionless and mainnet, I think, are the ones that I have got on my radar for September. But really, not much between now and then. I'm targeting September for some conferences, but we have folks in like Southeast Asia that are probably going to be attending conferences over there. But as far as LATAM conferences go, probably September.
Okay. Now I remember. I wanted to ask something about the meme coins because you speak about different layers, scalability. I mean, there has been some issues about the fees and the performance of the blockchains due to the meme coins, Pepe and the rest. What is your opinion about that? And that is an issue also for Ferrum Network?
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's not going to be a lot of development of meme coins per se on the network. But then again, who am I to say what people can build or what they can't build on the network, right? Like that's one of the beautiful things about decentralization is people can build whatever they want on the network. It's up to us as builders of infrastructure to be able to build something that can handle all of the transaction volume and things like that that go on the network. So scalability is a huge thing, and if we can't handle meme coins, then we're not doing a good enough job building infrastructure. And so I think we need to continue to improve, and I think we are. The technology is just it's still in its infancy. right? So the day that we can handle like all the meme coins, I think we're doing pretty good.
So do you rely on some projects of meme coin? I mean, do you have Pepe or I don't know Dogecoin or Shiba
I
or
don't.
something? Of...
I don't personally like. I one thing I can say that I appreciate about them is that they're really, really good at building communities. But everything else, I'm, not a big fan of things that don't build something because of the advancement of the technology, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm
Okay. So yo, a ver, what Nick said, lo que dijo Nick es que serían una mala blockchain si no podrían lidiar justamente con la congestión que genera la usabilidad. Que los meme coins lo que hizo fueron potenciar la usabilidad, más allá de que se discute o no para qué se usa o para qué uno utiliza una meme coin, en definitiva, utilizan la blockchain y consumen recursos de una blockchain. Y esto ha generado que se visualicen problemas de escalabilidad evidentes sobre Ethereum y sobre Bitcoin con los BRC20, because BCR20 tokens did the same over Bitcoin network. I mean, so it's not only from the EVM scenario, it's only over the Bitcoin network. Y lo que dice Nick es que ellos pueden, digamos, construir más allá de esta situación particular que se dé con la congestión derivada de los meme coins. Y le preguntaba si él tenía alguna meme coin y me dijo que no tiene Pepe, he doesn't have Pepe or Dogecoin or Shiba. Yo sí tengo, pero simplemente especulativo. I have some meme coins, but only to speculate. I mean,
you got to tell me which ones.
Some Dogecoin, some Shiba, and some Pepe. But no Pepe. Pepe, I sold all my Pepe. I get some profit and I sold that. But nice. I have Dogecoin and I have Shiba Inu. Yeah. Nice. But just only to speculate.
If you find any new ones that haven't blown up yet, let me know.
I will let all the audience to know that. Si llego a encontrar una gema en las meme coins, obviamente que lo vamos a compartir. We have a question here that it's not a question, it's a suggestion from Karina that says that it would be a good idea to have a class about this technology because it's not easy to understand what a multi-chain and interoperability framework means or can deliver. It's not that easy for the people especially for the people that are not developers. I mean, I am not a developer, and it's not that easy for me to understand the whole thing. But yes, probably we should do some tutorials. I mean, the idea of the Ferrum approach to Latin America is to get developers, but also to get people to use the technology and to become part of the community. So you don't have to be a developer just to be part of Ferrum. You can be an investor, you can be a user, an ambassador. I mean, everyone can be part of the Ferrum community. That is the idea.
Yeah, you can be part of our DAO now. There's a lot of ways to get involved. But she's right. We definitely that's one of the reasons why we're excited to be working with you and Yaki and your team. To kind of help us with the Spanish side of things and being able to translate some of the ways that you can use our products and services so that we can reach a wider audience. Then another thing that I was thinking, when Karina just said this was the white paper is an excellent way to learn about Ferrum. But we don't have it in Spanish. So, Iñaki, maybe you guys can help us translate the white paper into Spanish. That would be kind of cool,
I exactly. Yes, I was checking the website and I was looking for the Spanish translation. It's not yet. So yes, we can definitely help you with that. Probably in Portuguese also.
Fantastic.
Because you know that we have talked about that. We have people from Brazil working for us, and we want to address also the Brazilian audience, no, the Portuguese audience from Brazil and from Portugal. So maybe we can help you with that. That would be an easy easiest way for our audience to get to know the technology. Of course, not everyone speak. I mean, there is a lot of people in Argentina that speak fluently English. That is one strength, but not everyone. So the idea is to make this easier for the majority of the people.
Right.
So let's see. We have an interesting question from Pasquale Mascolo. He says, is it true that you want to be part of a parachain in Polkadot?
Yeah, that is true. For a long time, we were going to. Well, this is actually still the plan. We're actually going to shoot for a Kusama parachain first, and then we're accumulating DOT. So we're accumulating the DOT token so that we can help purchase our own Polkadot parachain as well through the Polkadot parachain auction.
Okay.
We're also considering doing another raise to get some VCs, venture capital, on board to help us secure that parachain as well. But yeah, that's we've accumulated over $100,000 worth of Polkadot tokens already, just the company itself, to help us with the auction. So that is very much, we're investing our own treasury funds into the DOT token, which means like that's it, like it's a priority of ours, right? We're prioritizing the parachain, and that's evidenced by the fact that we've bought over $100,000 to help us secure a parachain. So it's very much a huge motivation for us.
Okay, nice. I will translate some of that. Lo que dice Nick es que sí, es verdad que están interesados en participar en una parachain, para eso tienen que aplicar un auction, a una subasta, y tienen que tener determinada cantidad de DOTs acumulados. Hasta ahora han juntado unos $100,000 en DOT. La idea es juntar más fondos para poder tener más chances de aplicar a una parachain. En principio lo están haciendo sobre Kusama. Recuerden que, y para los que no saben, Polkadot tiene como una layer de testnet, que es Kusama, es donde se hace toda la parte de testnet, donde se prueba a fondo el proyecto y luego se escala a la oficial, que sería la de Polkadot. Entonces, yo he hablado bastante en mi canal de Polkadot y de Kusama y de proyectos que tienen que ver con tecnología para cada infraestructura. Tenemos Moonbeam de un lado, Moonriver del otro lado, y tenemos proyectos que se van desarrollando sobre cada ecosistema. Para poder integrar esa tecnología, lo que está haciendo Ferrum es juntar recursos para poder aplicar y construirse como una parachain en Polkadot, lo cual le abre mucho más al juego a nivel de funcionalidad. I was saying, Nick, that I have been discussing a lot about Polkadot and Kusama and the ecosystem for each blockchain and how they are related. And I have been investing in some parachains, in Moonriver and Moonbeam, in Akala also, and maybe some more, but it's a nice approach from you to really be part of the parachain ecosystem of Polkadot.
Yeah, we think so too. Their technology is just very, it's very conducive to what we're building. Yeah.
We have this comment from Cesar that says, "Let us know when you are launching this, so we can put some money on
nice.
This."
Cool. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, of course. I mean, that was what I was talking about triggers. About what can trigger the price and the value of the project. These kind of things. These milestones.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So le decía a Nick qué cosas pueden catalizar el proyecto o hacer que se dispare el precio y el valor del proyecto, justamente este tipo de integraciones. Nick, you discussed about previously that you have some money from Algorand, right?
Yeah.
So you have already some big alliances. Can you tell us some more about that? What are the big brands that are being part of the Ferrum network?
Yeah, so we have our ecosystem of partners is called the Iron Alliance. Ferrum in Latin, I'm not sure what the Spanish word for iron is, but in Latin, Ferrum means iron. And
Yep.
so that's why we call the alliance of partners the Iron Alliance. And that consists of a lot of big projects. Like we've got partners like Chainlink, Polygon, Algorand, Moonbeam, um, uh, Avalanche, Casper, Algorand, a star. Uh, Man, like that's just some of the infrastructure projects, and then we're partnered with a lot of other projects that have very useful tools on the application side of things too. So there's actually a section on our webpage that shows all of the different partners that were. If you click on ecosystem there, it'll actually show you all of our partners, and it's a big ecosystem of partners, and a lot of these have actually supported us financially, by giving us grants and things like that. So, yeah.
Let's check the website. I mean, you want to, si ustedes quieren chequear la información que está diciendo Nick, pueden entrar a la página y acá tienen las Iron Alliances, que serían las alianzas de hierro. There is a Spanish word that is hierro for iron. So this is similar. Y Nick estaba hablando de no solamente partners a nivel de infraestructura, Polygon, Casper, Avalanche, sino a nivel de DEXs, a nivel de oracles como Chainlink, a nivel de wallets, a nivel de launchpads. Esto es un universo más que interesante para los que quieren invertir en proyectos en etapa temprana. Metaverso, NFTs, proyectos incubados, DeFi, farming. You are practically getting alliances from all the verticals. I mean, all the business and technological verticals of the industry.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Nice.
And I think
Trusted
there's more
by,
that we did out there, Yeah, trusted by, exactly, yeah. Those are some of the comments that, people have made.
Sokyo, I know the guys from Sokyo that are the cyber security.
Yeah, they're great.
They are really great.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people has been present all the 50 minutes of this live session, so they are waiting maybe for the gift. So I will remember the conditions. Para las personas que quieren participar en el sorteo, recuerden que tienen que sumarse a la comunidad de Telegram de Criptovisión y sumarse a la comunidad en español de Ferrum. El link de la comunidad de español de Ferrum está en la descripción de este video, lo pueden ver abajo, scrolleen. Y el link de la comunidad de Telegram también en nuestras redes lo pueden encontrar. Si no, buscan en Telegram, buscan Criptovisión TV y Criptovisión Comunidad y aparecemos. Así que para las personas que estén, una vez que terminemos el vivo, vamos a hacer un raconto de todos los que cumplan con las condiciones y vamos a sortear estos 500 Ferrum, que como les dijimos, este es un primer vivo que hacemos con Ferrum para que empiecen a conocer la empresa, el proyecto, a las personas. Nick, que es el encargado de desarrollo básicamente del crecimiento de Ferrum en Latinoamérica. So, well, Nick, if you have some final words for our audience, all the mic is yours.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I really hope to see many of you in the community. I am monitoring the Spanish community too, trying to improve my Spanish, and and so I'll be hoping to see a lot of you guys in the Spanish community. And really big thank you to you and Yaki and your team for helping us tap into this market. Really excited to see where this goes, and really just hope to see more of the folks from Latin America be part of the community, our DAO, and really help shape the future of Ferrum. So not just Telegram though, we've got a YouTube channel. We also have our Twitter. So, feel free to follow us on Twitter, follow along with our Medium articles, Telegram, YouTube. Yeah, just really hope to see more of you guys in the community in general.
Sí, y también en nuestra comunidad de Telegram de Criptovisión, nosotros vamos hablando de Ferrum, nos pueden preguntar ahí. Para los que son developers y quieren conocer un poco más de la tecnología, nosotros obviamente podemos ponerlos en contacto con el equipo de Ferrum. Para los que les interese empezar a evaluar la compra del proyecto, Hay tutoriales en las cuentas de Instagram de mía y de Criptovisión para que vean en forma muy simple cómo comprar el token. Lo pueden comprar en forma centralizada en KuCoin, en ATO, o descentralizada. También vamos a hacer un tutorial en PancakeSwap y en SushiSwap, que por ahí son las donde hay mayor liquidez. Y bueno, todos empiecen a conocer un poco más de Ferrum, que es un proyecto que nosotros recomendamos y mucho. Well, Nick, this is the end. Let's speak later. And okay, for the rest of the audience that is here, espero que participen del sorteo, que la persona que lo gane, que realmente valore atesorar ese proyecto, porque vemos que tiene muchísimo potencial. Nosotros mismos venimos acumulando, particularmente yo vengo comprando Ferrum desde que conocí el proyecto, desde que since I met you in Brazil, I trust you and trust the project and start buying. I don't care about the price, honestly. I
Yeah.
know I have the mindset that it's valuable to hold really good projects, and the time is going to repay that investment. And especially now that we are living a bear market, to enter like a lateral zone. So this is a good time to start buying really nice project. We are not in an altcoin season. Maybe we are now in a Bitcoin season. That is why now it's strategic to buy altcoins. And
Totally.
you should totally buy Ferrum. So, well, Nick, it has been a pleasure. Well, we continue through the communities and all the ecosystem of Ferrum Network.
Ok. Muchísimas gracias por tenerme y hasta luego.
Bueno, un gusto. Gracias a todos los que se conectaron. Cuando terminemos, hacemos el raconto de todos los que cumplen las condiciones. Acuérdense, comunidad de Telegram de Criptovisión, comunidad de Ferrum en español. Vamos a sortear entre todos los que cumplen esas condiciones. Un gusto, gracias a todos, que tengan una excelente semana.